Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be doing lesson 11.2 or dash 2, counting using patterns up to 50 today. As you can see in front of me, I have our math book, so just follow along and we'll discuss what we're doing today before you go off and do it on your own. So it's very similar to yesterday's, except instead of ending at 30, we're going to go all the way up to 50. And we're going to be filling in some of those blanks and filling in some of those boxes, and we're going to be looking at the patterns. Okay, so you notice there's a lot of underlined numbers. Look at those underlined numbers. What can you tell me about those underlined numbers? There's some ones, there's some twos, there's threes and fours. Okay, so we can't say they're all the same number. But what do we notice about them all? Something that's the same about all of them. So mom and dad, keep in mind, I'm always going to give a little pause after my questions, and that's something that we always have to make sure we're doing. We need to give them time to kind of process that answer, to kind of get that headspace in before we help them along with it. So that underlined number, ladies and gentlemen, that underlined number is in the tens place. Every underlined number we see in front of us is the tens place numbers. So when we go across a row, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. See, it's all the same? We have a 1 in the tens place for all those numbers. Then we say 20. Where do we go next? Your point. You tell me the number. Go to the beginning of the next row over here. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Let's count together again. We're not getting that daily counting our days of school, so let's continue counting. We go from 30 to 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Very good. Now I'm going to just point with the cursor and you're going to count at home. And then after 49, we get to 50. Okay, so we counted up those numbers. So now all we're going to do right now is we're going to use whatever we can. If you want to just, even if you just have a piece of paper in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, and you don't write it in the book, but you hold a pencil and a paper and you practice writing these numbers, it's a very good skill. So we said after 22 comes 23. So we need, what number comes first when we make 23? What number is going to be in the tens place? You say 2, because that's correct. And then a 3 to make 23. So remember, now look up and down. Look in this column. The up and down is a column. 3, 13, 23, 33, 43. See how they all have a 3 in the ones place? What number is going to come next? How do I write it? Say it out loud right now. How do I write that number? I should be writing a 2 and a 4. So you'll notice, ladies, gentlemen, moms, dads, it's not easy for any of us to write these numbers in these tiny spaces. This is not great fine motor practice for them, which is why I wouldn't mind if they were writing nothing on the computer screen and they had just any piece of paper that they had a pen, a pencil, not a pen, a pencil and a paper, excuse me, next to you, next to the desk, where they write down the numbers that I'm writing down and say it out loud to give them that kind of reinforcement and that fine motor pencil grip practice. So after 24 comes 25, 26, oops, 6 is not great, but I don't know, it's better, and 27. Okay? All right, so I'm going to delete this page, and we're going to move on to the next page and take a look. There's going to be a lot of counters, blanks, covered, circled, underlined, a lot going on. Don't worry about all of it, okay? Mom and dad worry about what you feel like is the thing they need the most review with. So now look at these red counters, okay? Look at these red counters. See if I can zoom in a little. Good, okay. So I want to look right here at these red counters. I want you to take a minute. There's hints all over the place. What number is covered? What number is under that red dot? Go down the row and see if you can figure out what number is covered in all of those spots. Okay, so 7, 8, 9, 10. 18, 19, 20, 28, 29, 30, 38, 39, 40, 48, 49, 50. Those numbers missing are what we call our decade, or our tens, our 10 numbers. So if you look right down here, here they are. Mom and Dad, I'm also going to give you, if I didn't give it to you yesterday, I'll make sure you have today a hundreds chart that you can either print up or have on the screen at home to help them practice these patterns, these numbers. If they want to work independently, they can have the hundreds chart out and refer back to it to figure out the missing number. It is still good practice. They might not be doing a lot of the independent thinking, but they're still learning the numbers. So always remember, if they're referring back to a hundreds chart while they're doing this work, it's something we would have been doing in class. We definitely would have had hundreds charts either taped down to their desk, a big one up on the smart board, a poster. Those 100 charts would be everywhere. Get that exposure, get that practice, keep that visual in their minds, okay? So we'd have our tens numbers, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Practice that counting by tens as much as we can. Today we're only going up to 50. Not to worry, we will get up to 100 eventually. But keep playing those skip counting songs, keep going back and dancing around to skip counting with Cuckoo Kangaroo, all of those things. Excellent, excellent, important, important. Okay, so now let's look at the yellow counters. The yellow counters are in a row, not a column. They're in a row, so we're going to be counting by ones to figure these numbers out. So let's start at the beginning of the row with 31, 32, 33. What comes next? Count the yellow ones out loud for me. Okay, now together. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. And if you're curious, if you're not positive how those numbers look, they're right down here from our counter row to them highlighted in yellow. Okay, so now I'm going to move this down and we're going to take a look at this chart. So look at the circled numbers. Look at the circled numbers. Where are those circled numbers? What place are they in? What place are those circled numbers in? And how are they all the same? How are they all the same? They're all in the tens place. The circled numbers are all in the tens place, and they're all threes. Good. So now look at the row that starts with 41, 42, 43. We keep counting. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Good. So you would be writing those numbers in, or try writing 48 on your own, on pencil and paper. All of those are acceptable. All of those are wonderful. Okay. So now I'm going to turn to the next page. I'm going to leave it zoomed like this so we can kind of look at the parts we want to look at. Good. So now we'll look at this chart together. Now, Mom and Dad, if we were doing these in class, this is what we would call the guided page. It would be the page that they would work with partners on. We would work with one another on. We'd work in small groups. This would be the page we still get a little bit of support with. It's the page after this that does say independent practice. That would be the page that you pull back and see what they do on their own a little bit. The only difficulty with that is a lot of times you do need to give them directions. They can't read those tiny little directions at the bottom of the page by themselves. So on the days where, there's 3 and 4 different things to do on a page, it's not as independent as, go sit and do this by yourself. It's more like, okay, I'm going to read you direction 1 and walk away for a few minutes and let you try that. And that would be kind of how we would work that in the classroom. Okay, So let's take a look at this hundreds chart up to 50, and we're going to try to fill in these missing numbers together. I think we all know what number goes in that first spot, don't we? Right? Okay. So we're going to count out loud, and I'm going to write the numbers, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go to the beginning of the next row. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Beginning of the next row. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Great. Okay, so now, what? Blank space? Yeah, those are difficulties, okay? So sometimes they just want you to write in something they're going to ask you in those tiny little letters down here that mom and dad might need to read to us. So number 6 says, write in the numbers in the green column. Write in the number that is always the same in the green column. So now we got to look back up at the green column. What number here is always the same? What number should I write? What repeats in the green column? I hope we got it. Hope you're ready. Should I write a 1? Why not? Because it's only here. Should I write a 4? Well, is a 4 in every box? Then I can't write a 4. I should be writing an 8. I should be writing an 8. Okay, now there's some things in here, mark an X on certain numbers, do these. I don't always do all parts of it. It's really about the understanding and the concepts, and these concepts are a little trickier, a little harder. So as long as we're getting the hundreds chart in those parts of it, if there's some things that are left out, don't beat yourself up for that, mom and dad. Okay, number 7, we see 3 sets of numbers. 34, 35, 36, 26, 36, 46, 35, 36, 37. Okay. Look up at the blue boxes in our chart. Which set of numbers matches? Is it the first set? Does this match our blue boxes? No, because 34 isn't blue. Do these match our blue boxes? No, these numbers aren't even in a row. They're in a column. They're up and down numbers. What about these? Yeah, those match. So we would circle those in our math book. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the most I'm going to do with you today, which is perfect because we're almost at our 15-minute mark. Go on and open your book, whether you use the e-reader or the interactive version like I'm using, whichever version you choose to open. Get it started. Take a look at your quick check or your visual animation. I would always say kind of maybe start with the visual animation first. Get your head thinking about the right things. Open up the math book and see what we did. My video will be here for you whenever you need it. And good luck with your math and do your best. Have a good day, guys.